So I wanted to do a video on currently school and what my plans are. I have been going to school for over a year, and I've actually been going full-time. So I work full-time, I go to school full-time, and I have 5 children. My plans are, originally I was setting myself many years ago, I say many years ago, but about 10 years ago, I decided I was going to go into nursing. Things changed. I started working and I realized I wanted to do something different. I also needed to stay working, so that was also another reason why I decided to change degree plans. So I am currently going for engineering. Right now, the idea that I have in my head as far as what kind of engineering I'm going for is mechanical engineering, but you know, things change. I might find something else I might enjoy, but engineering is currently the path I'm going. I will try to commit to doing full-time as long as I can certainly do it, which I don't have any problem doing it. It's kind of funny how you go to school after so many years. It's been 10 plus years since when I started to return back to school. And I thought at first that I was going to have a difficult time returning back. I thought that I wasn't going to have the ambition, or maybe not so much the ambition, but maybe the intelligence to do it. And when I started, I had a really hard teacher. And it's kind of funny because he was like the actual first difficult teacher. And I wanted to take a difficult teacher, and you might say, well, that might sound a little bit funny, but my theory behind it is that if you go to school and you go to school with a difficult teacher, it being your first teacher after many years, it sets the path for how you will succeed. And what I mean is that this teacher is going to require that you work hard. And I have no problem working hard. I've always had that mentality that if you work hard, good things will come. And that's still my mentality. And returning to school, I wanted a difficult teacher. I wanted him to be difficult hard on me so that I would ensure that if he was difficult and I made an A, that every other class that I came across would be easy peas, right? It'd just be like an easy A. And for me, that theory worked because I made an A in this class, and it was intro to ethics, and people were like, oh, ethics is really easy, but it all depends on your teacher. And yes, I do say ethics is easy, but it also depends on the teacher that you take. I mean, this teacher required, he'd have 6 questions, and it'd be on 3 chapters. And each question would require 1 page. And it was an open-ended question, so you'd have to answer the question the best of your capability, and he's looking for specific things in these. So it made it difficult because it wasn't an open book. It required that you read the information. It required that you retain it, and you basically address the question, right? So it was difficult, yes. I mean, it was difficult to the fact that I want to say maybe 10% of the class was passing, and that 10% was me and this other girl, which we started a study group. I was like, I wanted to take initiative and I wanted to work hard, and she's younger than me, and I think she was like, okay. But working hard I really pushed her to do good. And I think she realized how I was kind of being that motherly figure, or maybe you could say that sisterly figure to her. But I always tell other students in the class, I'm like, you think it's hard, but this is really nothing. You know, classes, like, after I started going to school and started meeting other students, and, you know, you, of course, run into people with different personalities. Some are very, like, headstrong, some more that need a little bit more of a push. But I think, you know, going to school for myself and also seeing, I think, other students seeing me as well, and them knowing my history, that I'm going to school, but me having 5 children and going to school full time, and also going to school full time, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Going to school full time and working full time and having 5 children, it requires some effort. And they're like, well, how do you do it? Well, you think to yourself, well, why do you do it? Why do we all go to school? We all go to school to benefit ourselves, benefit our families, to improve our well-being, to improve our overall life. And they're like, well, I can't do it like you do. I don't. And I'm like, you know what? You don't think about it. You just do it. You do it because you know what's ahead of you. You know that there's great possibilities. And I'm sorry if I look crazy, but you know that there's wonderful opportunities that are ahead, though you can't really see it, because I know it's a few more years before I graduate. I'm doing these YouTube videos as a way of not only helping other viewers, but also hoping to help myself, that I can go back maybe a few years from now and say, hey, oh my gosh, I can't believe that was me. Look where I'm at now. Or even helping myself in the future as far as ambition, keeping myself going, keep going and going and going. Because when I went to school initially, I didn't do well. There was a lot of things there were a lot of forks in the road. You know, I just had a baby, it was my first child, I was trying to, you know, basically balance life, and it was very hard being, you know, 18 and trying to do all those things at one time. I said, you know what, I really need a break, and then they put you on academic suspension, because I just really dove on me doing well in school. And I thought to myself, if I go back now, many years later, hopefully my mentality of what I was before has changed, and my drive will be there. So when I went back to school, I had a GPA, I'm sad to say, I think I had a GPA of like 1.6. Okay, I didn't really have a lot of classes. I think I only took I think I had 6 classes under my belt previously. And going back to school, you have to take like a student development class to ensure that you succeed. You know, they want all their students to succeed. So I took the student development class, I took a few others, and I can say that every semester I've been going back full time. I've gone, right now I went back to school, I want to say August. So fall of 2012, I've been going to school since fall of 2012. It's already fall of 2013. I've been going to school full time, and I've maintained a 4.0 GPA each semester. So my overall cumulative GPA is at a 3.7. So that is certainly an improve from 1.6 to 3.7. And that's drive. That's like initiative. That's like, I'm going to succeed. And so if I can do it, any of the other viewers or whoever you may be can succeed as well. And I hope that if you see my video that you'll take initiative, whatever it is. And if you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do it, yeah, you can. Anybody can do it. It's just, of course, you need a few things like basic requirements. That's a support system. You know, you're going to have people that support you in your dream, and then there are going to be people that just hate you for you because you're doing well, you're succeeding, and they don't want to see you succeed. They want you to be like down here. But you know what? Anybody can do it. If I can do it, you can certainly do it. This ain't no weight loss program I'm trying to preach. It's just school, you know, completely school. So I have a few more years before I'll be done. And I hope that currently I'm going to throw it out there. I'm taking like Texas government, federal government, a couple of algebra classes. I will be having math for a while. And I love math, and I do love science. And the reason I went into engineering, from nursing to engineering, is what I do currently in my job right now is I try to figure out problems. I like to solve problems. And this is going to bring it up a notch. I like to be mentally challenged. I think it keeps things interesting. It keeps life going. You want to have something to look forward to. You want to figure out what is it that we're doing wrong. I mean, basically engineering is taking problems, breaking it down, and simplifying them. So I thought that would be definitely up my alley. And, you know, you never know what problems you might solve being an engineer, and I think that's totally awesome. And I want my children to admire me for my hard work and effort. And I think they're like, okay, how much longer? But, you know, ultimately, we will all get there. I will have a good job. I mean, I have a great job, don't get me wrong, but to have a better paying job, which we all go for. I mean, that's the reason why we go for school most of the time. We go there because we want a better paying job. And that is what I'm doing. That is my goal. And I hope that I just keep pushing, because like this semester I went to school way over full time. I actually overloaded on summer, and I went over full time, more than full time. And when I went back for this semester, I only had like 1 week off before fall started again, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I really need a mental, I want to just take a break. But I know me, and I know if I just take a semester off, I'll be like, I don't want to go right now. I think I'm going to just take another semester off and another semester off, and that's how it happens. And I said, I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to keep with it. So if you're watching this video, I hope that if you are a mother like me and are looking for admiration or just hope from another woman, if I can do it, you can do it. Whatever your situation is, hopefully you can achieve it, which I'm sure you can. It's hard.